Cooks. Today I'm going to be making dinner. I'm going to do a baked risotto. So instead of standing at the stove stirring the risotto, you get it all ready, throw it in the pot and then bake it with the lid on. At the end you take the lid off and stir a bit of cheese through it and then put the toppings on. Today we're going to do a butternut, pumpkin and bacon risotto. So first of all I'm gonna chop up the pumpkin into cubes, and since I've got the oven going anyway, I am going to bake it in little cubes, because if I baked it in the risotto, then it will kind of turn to mush. So I kind of want them to be like nice crispy little cubes of butternut pumpkin. Here's the ingredients. I'm going to start off by cooking some onion, garlic and bacon and some olive oil in this pan. I've got this cast iron dish which comes with a lid. This is a gift from like 10 years ago. I think my auntie got it in Australia at Aldi. So if anyone wonders where this cast iron dish is from, it was from Aldi in Oz. So yeah, I'll fry that off. Then we add in the arborio rice, risotto rice, stir that through, and then we pour in a whole litre of stock. I've just used chicken stock here, but you can use vegetable stock, beef stock, whatever you have on hand. Then we're gonna bake it all together, and then we'll top it at the end with pumpkin, rocket, and I've actually got some feta in the fridge, so maybe I'll top it with some feta as well. So yeah, it's gonna be super easy. I will start off with chopping up the pumpkin. I'm gonna start off by cutting the pumpkin into cubes and then baking it in my lovely non-stick baking tray. And now I'm just gonna bake these until they're nice and crispy cubes. I'll probably flip them over once during baking. Now I'm going to dice the onion and crush the garlic, and then I'll chop up the bacon. So we're all ready to go to get this on the hob, get it going, and then we'll add the rice and the stock. I'm just going to crush the garlic. I use a microplane or a grater to crush my garlic. I like fresh garlic. I don't like the taste of, well, I haven't found garlic in a jar that doesn't have that weird taint. So if you know of a good garlic in a jar, let me know. Okay, there's everything ready, and now we're just going to go cook those over on the hob behind me in a bit of olive oil, and then we'll add the rest of the stuff soon. Olive oil to the pan, and then I will add in the onion, diced onion. So we'll just saute those off for a few minutes before we add the bacon. And now we'll just cook that until the bacon has browned. So now I'm going to add in the crushed garlic. I like to add the garlic after the bacon so that it doesn't get burn on the bottom of the pan, and it gives it a nice garlicky flavour. So stir that through everything. I'm going to go for 1.5 cups of arborio rice. 1.5. And now we'll stir it through all that flavour, coat and cook it a little bit. That's just on low heat, and now we're going to pour in a whole litre of chicken stock. Once that starts to bubble, we will cover it and put it in the oven, so I'll just stir that through. Okay, so that is ready to go in the oven now. We just need to cover it with the lid and then pop in the oven for 35 minutes, stirring once during cooking. Careful, it's hot. I've also just flipped the little pumpkin cubes over, so they are getting nice and crispy too. Okay, so we're ready to go now. I've got my cubed pumpkin that's baked up really nicely, as you can see. And then we have got I've just grated some Parmesan cheese. And now it's time to stir it all through the baked risotto. So we'll take the lid off this. Ooh, steamy. You have to be careful you don't overcook this, otherwise it just kind of turns to mush. So now to make this risotto super creamy and delicious, you add butter and half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So now we'll stir that through the risotto. So I'm just going to crumble over this feta on top. This will go really nicely with the pumpkin. Beautiful orange pumpkin. And now to add some nice greenery, I'm going to sprinkle over some rocket, which I have just coated in a little bit of olive oil. Here we go. How good did that turn out? So it's got the beautiful pumpkin, rocket, feta, bacon and baked risotto. So easy and so delicious. Time to serve it up now. So I'm just going to do a couple of bowls for the adults and then a couple for the kids. We'll top it with extra Parmesan and rocket. How good does that look? It's going to be so tasty. I'm going to put a little bit more rocket on top for my one. So that's just some rocket dressed in some olive oil. And I'm going to top it with some extra grated Parmesan. Are you eating it, Henry? You like it? Did you try the pumpkin?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. I ate this pumpkin.
Show me. Clever boy. What do you think?
Good.
Do you like the bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the pumpkin?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, I haven't even tried it.
You try it and tell me. Do you like it, Henry?
I like